Not recording. That's a lot of talk. Son of a bitch. No recording was going on. That's a rookie mistake. That's true. Why the hell are you a rookie? I just got my third eye installed. Where'd they stick it? Wouldn't you like to know? Is that true? To a little degree, it is true. Been working at this, pulling out. Now, when I go through my home, which is sort of like a fucking energy cyclotron of collider, that you have to open the valves and release outside some of the magnetic tendencies. If you're going to be balancing them, you would go out back and then out front. And as you move around, you will notice that there is a non-linear organizational principle that's outside of time. It will have things sticking out from other times that were placed there already, or were already ready for this moment in time. It's very strange, moving through time and trying to become timeless, or sharing the apparent timelessness. You're getting philosophically weird. Am I? Am I? I put Plato in the corner stinky area. Plato the philosopher, not Plato the toy. Plato the toy produced the smell that I didn't smell, but my dad smelled it. The doughy Play-Doh smell. I know what it smells like. And that's the sound it can make. Hey, whoa. That's some loud Play-Doh you got there, son. Thank you. What are you going to do with it? I think I'm going to turn it into putty. You silly putty, it's not Play-Doh. You know what? You didn't ask yourself. You asked me, and I told you what I was going to do with it. I was going to turn it into silly putty so I could... You going to get some comic strips from the newspaper? You know what? You're going to tell all my secrets. You go ahead. Don't you ask me again. I guess those two things are similar. The part of your brain that would have the experience memories stored of all your fun time, excreting out the machine thing, the streams of Play-Doh as you press the handle, and stars and weird shit come out. That ain't never happened to you, silly putty. And if you say so, you're a liar. Your brain damaged is too brain damaged. The likelihood of that to have ever happened, I think, is pretty low. That doesn't mean you are. So when my other friends come over, at least I think we're friends, the observance of the mindset is one of aggression and prejudice. There's no telling for what this could account. Now, we do notice with this two grouping of peoples, there is one that is orderly and not hateful, and then there's the other one that doesn't have a governor on that sort of thing. So you could be the murdered party, as this child, well, my friend's son Cain, is a lot of ways like me, but not. Like, he's got mental limberness, can jump around with his mind in a weird fucked up way that doesn't have the heart chakra added. He didn't have that. I'm not saying he's not going to have it. He's just not currently there at all. No braking system. Doesn't seem to give a shit. What does that mean? There's no emotional awareness of saying these things about someone else as he does. Is there an awareness that he is this too? No, that's premature to even look for. That comes after time of seeing other as self. So what I did do is reading his birthday, which was a fucked up day. Not to say that he's fucked up. It was difficult. So I said, you know what, let me take that and you take this. And I gifted him with some badass orgone, which he said he would lose. And I'm like, you can't lose this. It's a device of shape and mass. It's a hemisphere. It's the ladybug. It's got a what is that thing? Some sort of garnet, Indian garnet. It's in a little cage that was in a necklace. It closes up and it's inside of there, inside the hemisphere, which could be the Earth. I mean, if you want to be bold and just jump to the whole Earth, it's half Earth. A hemisphere. Your brain's got them too. Very useful. The different geometries when you put them out there, like in these weird cyclotronic streams that are areas in my world, you notice that they have effects that are pretty fucking extreme because they'll magnify right onto the TV. We had a lot of that, at least in two areas where you want to see the TV have something occur that you need to have go into the TV. That's possible. It happens. And it's useful. You want to do it. If you are not making a move in different times of the past times, just go back into the past. Just fucking take your flying astral body, your etheric body, however you want to do it. Imagine the past. At what point in the past? You don't have to be alive yet. Don't be retarded. Take your training wheels off and just visualize. Now know and imagine that you're in the time in the past and see what you get and interact with that space and then grow it. Grow the awareness of that ability that you already have. Hell, you might say that's more of your ability that you should know than being a physical body during those times. You would prepare from the outside to enter into physical incarnation. You're going to make me throw up. I'm getting a little dizzy, but that's sort of the way it needs to be to kind of get your world spinning to stop. Put your foot down like you did when you were drunk. You ever did that? Your room was all spinning, you were young and drunk, and someone finally learns that if they put their one foot down, the room stops spinning. The room ain't been spinning in a long time. Not from drunk. So this kid's telling me, and it's sort of weird because I don't know if he was saying it was in a dream or that it wasn't a dream, because he was sort of liminal on, I kept having this dream, but I kept woke up. It was like he was trying to utilize the dream for a wrongful act. Like, I woke up, but it wasn't my dream. It's not about me. It's like he was trying to be slick and project horrible occurrence by that sort of structure. Now, of course, he wouldn't do this directly, or he would have did it. So there was a clever deceptiveness about it that really pretty much unplugged it. But it was so wild. There's no telling what could be the accusation from the reality that one sees of this guy, because he's getting the point of view that me is like my straw man of society, like what effect I can have that's useful, a utility. If you're the village idiot, there's a utility in that. I ended to give it to the idiot. Now, I'm not claiming village idiot, but I'm also not somehow eluding it. It's part of the common archetype of everyone. It's you have it, everyone has it. They have the potential to be the village idiot. Do they have the potential to escape it? Perhaps. But that gets philosophical. And that's where his shit trailed off, because it was something about the day that has no known fate was his birthday. Well, for that person speaking it aloud, it sounds like they had decided a fate and they were using their birthday to play the play of fate on someone else. I said, I don't think you can just as easily speak from knowledge and act with power and profess that for someone else with the amount of loose cannons you got shooting off at this other straw man. I don't know what the fuck the implication was, but it wasn't good. It was clearly wrong, which is something that we as humans have to really get our minds around, that a lot of times we're wrong. A lot of times we're just one point along the weird phone call chain. Just because you know how to the story's point you can keep it on one end to the next doesn't hold anyone else to those standards. And they might not have no brakes. Yeah, that one's the other, definitely no brakes. Why should I care? It's not me. And then it will be like, doesn't care. Like hardwiring not caring in is the adversarial position for those who care. Now, what's weird about it is you'll continue to find people that are this not going to care, and you're going to have a struggle with believing that that's genuine. If you're me, like, how can you not care? Because you who care have not remained with any sort of conception of how the carelessness could exist. You'd have to revert into actual not giving a shit, which is either possible or it's not. And I suggest to you that it is not possible, but it is considerable and more foundable, encountered, something like that. So that's a vastly different field that arrives from outside of this field that one is in. Call it your home? Yes. Now, when people come who are not at their home and they begin to do contrary things with their visions and their speakings, and if they do it from a close enough you as you can get to know this is not how you act at someone else's house, you really get a good handle on how someone else acts in not their house. And it's sort of like highlighted with a big invisible highlighter that they don't see. Oh, you see it, all right. You've never seen the other view of it, but it would sound rude to say that. Oh, let me know when I visit your house. Oh, you don't have one. Sounds rude. And that's not the way it's coming off. It's not like that. Maybe it is. They've already given their incentive not to care. Or they're free from having to consider one's home. And it's sort of weird. It's very weird. Strange adversary, this young man. Do I treat him as an adversary? No, I treat him as my own self. Young Cain is my friend Shannon's oldest son. And he is definitely a Cain. Like a biblical fucking problem factory just from the name. I don't know why that is. It's not my fault. I am witness of it. It seems to be a thing. At least for people that are more in the mindset of biblical worldview. Well, that is mom. That is. Well, then, see, there's the rub. Because there's a lot of Malachi shit like that. It's like, these are biblical names. But these are not biblical connectors. In fact, it's sort of an unbiblical and non-good connecting. Children of the Corns, for example. Right before they came, I was walking to feed the birds and was saying some shit from the movie story that I think. And then he was here, Malachi. He who walks behind the. I don't even know who is who in that. I don't think I've ever watched the movie all the way through. So you have not a basic understanding. I have not any understanding of the story. I think there's some kids that, for whatever reason, are wilded. I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? I'm not trying to find out, so don't tell me. The last thing I wanted to do when this day started was to end my paradigm on the children of the corn. So don't do it. Don't you ruin my paradigm.